Candidates, please be seated. I love that line. It makes me feel like I'm officiating a wedding to say, please be seated to a group of people. Good morning, everyone. I'm Corey Phelps. I'm the Dean of the Michael F. Price College of Business here at the University of Oklahoma. It's my pleasure to welcome our graduates, their family members, their friends to the Price College of Business Fall 2023 Convocation ceremony here at the Lloyd Noble Center at OU. The over-under on today's ceremony is an hour and a half. We're about 15 minutes in, so we're going to be efficient with this. Now, I know some of the folks here in the audience in front of me, the graduates, maybe you haven't slept all that well. There'll be opportunity to do that. What I'd like to say at this point in time is to the class of 2023, I want you to take a moment to take this all in because you've made it. Now, before we get started with today's program, we've got some housekeeping. First off, I'd like to point out you can find a digital copy of your Convocation program by scanning the QR code on your seat or in front of you. You can also request a printed copy of the program as a keepsake. Information on how to order a printed version is included in the electronic program and will also be emailed to graduates early next week. Now that we have that bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's begin our program. The national anthem will be performed today by our very own Cristela Carrizales, who is part of our talented academic advising team at Price College and a phenomenal improv performer. Cristela, would you please come to the podium?
Please rise. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I almost feel like I have to say play ball after listening to the national anthem. Thank you, Cristela, for that fantastic rendition of the national anthem. I'd like to take a moment to recognize members of our college leadership and faculty that have joined us here today for the celebration. I would also ask you to please save your applause till I get through all of the introductions. As you can see from the stage, there's a number of introductions coming. So joining me on the platform are Lakhu Chidambaram, our Senior Associate Dean for Academic Programs and Engagement and a Michael F. Price Chair in Business. Next to him is Wayne Thomas, our Senior Associate Dean for Faculty and Research Innovation and the David C. Steed Chair in Accounting. And our very special guest this morning, OU Regent Robert Ross. And now for a much longer list of dignitaries. From the Tom Love Division of Entrepreneurship and Economic Development, we have joining us today Professors Ron Bolin, Division Director Keith Brigham, Professors Russ Browder and Matt Wood. From the Division of Management and International Business, we have Division Director Mark Bellino, Christina Lee, Margaret Schaefer, and Mike McConnell. From the Division of Marketing and Supply Chain Management, I got to catch my breath here because I think they're all here. Here we go. Amelia Abernathy, June Bood, Alicia Briney, Sherrod Cravens, Ron Davidson, Baha Dogan, Kim Gaddy, Sam Greco, May Lee, Pankuri Malhotra, Division Director Ken Peterson, Natasha Poularikas, Jeff Schmidt, Derek Stein, and Chan Wang. Ken, what's the story here? Did you require them to come?
We're trying to win.
Okay, they're trying to win. Apparently there's a contest I'm not aware of. Moving on to our Division of Management and Information Systems, we have Zhuan Fang, Matt Jensen, Jonathan Yi, Yinan Yu, and Sophie Zhai. From the Steed School of Accounting, we have Hayden DeBerry, Joe Doolin, Division Director Karen Hennis, Meng Li, and Beth Stetson. From the Division of Finance, we have John Paul Broussard, Chris Kane, Ting Ting Jia, Jim Roush, Tong Wang, and Lubo Lidoff. Please join me in recognizing this exceptional group of faculty members. Now, you may notice many of our students are wearing special regalia, representative of their various academic accomplishments. The achievements they signify are listed in your program, which is available by scanning the QR code on your seat. We're incredibly proud of these students for their superior performance in their academic endeavors. I want to express to each of our graduates here today how difficult it had to be for all of you to get to this point. For some of us in the audience who have had the privilege of earning an undergraduate or a graduate degree, we can certainly relate to some of what it's like to go through a college program and the inherent challenges that come with it. But our struggles with seeking higher education and with the hopes of bettering our lives, those struggles weren't the same as your struggles. Transitioning to college was always bound to be daunting for all of the obvious reasons. A new town, new people, rigorous coursework, navigating the waters of newfound independence. But there was no one in this room, no self-help book, no talk show, no podcast, not even ChatGPT, if it existed at the time, that could have helped you deal with what many of you experienced. There wasn't a playbook for how to get through a global pandemic that placed limitations and barriers that none of us can fully understand on many of our students who were enrolled in college for the very first time, when cases were still rampant and when we still didn't have many answers on how to move forward. But we can appreciate the job that you've done in navigating this unpredictable period, and we are so immensely proud because here's the thing, folks, you made it, you did it. Now, I want you to think back to however many years ago it was when you started this degree. Think about all the late nights finishing projects, all the nights studying until the barista at the coffee shop said, for the absolute last time, you gotta go. All the one-on-one sessions with your professors and counselors. Think about all that, and as you do, I hope you feel a sense of pride. A sense of pride for what you've earned and have been able to accomplish. I can assure you, as you get further out from college, the challenges won't dwindle. There will always be new obstacles to tackle, new setbacks to overcome, and doubts to quiet. But I am so unbelievably confident in all of your abilities based upon what you've been through. Price College is the growth engine for the University of Oklahoma, accounting for 1 out of every 5 OU students. And if you get a chance to meet any of these students, you'll quickly learn that they are the growth engine for Oklahoma and our country. I say this because we have students here among us starting companies and earning thousands of dollars in seed funding before earning their degree. We have students competing in national competitions and consistently placing at or near the top with their peers. We have students who have a sense of community, who support one another, and have a deep passion for the University of Oklahoma and its success. These are uncommon characteristics of a business school. Trust me when I say it's a privilege to be a part of this one. Because as we say around here, there is really only one Oklahoma. But someone had to build it. Now, we're very fortunate to have a foundation for future-proven success that has enabled Price College to become the state's leading business school and one of the top business schools in the country. From the earliest seeds sowed by our college's first dean, Arthur B. Adams, to the transformational gift our namesake, Michael F. Price, made to OU to change the lives of OU business students forever. We are a college built on determination, vision, and opportunity. Our appetite for success and our consideration for others is what sets us apart. It's what made us who we are for nearly a century, and it's what's going to propel us over the next 100 years. For those who might not know, Michael Price died early last year after dealing with a lengthy illness. But I was grateful because I had the opportunity to get to know Michael for a few years after arriving at OU. And one of the things Michael would repeatedly tell me is of all the investments that he made over his career, his investment in Price College and the University of Oklahoma was his best investment. Why? Because for Michael, he saw the potential in the University of Oklahoma, coming all the way from Long Island. And the gifts he made to the college have opened the doors for so many other students like Michael who see this university as a can-do place. Simply put, as President Joe Harris loves to say, the University of Oklahoma changes lives. I can tell you that it's certainly changed mine. And I'm honored to stand before you today and welcome you all to the OU alumni family. Now, as we prepare to recognize our graduates, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge three notable groups that are with us today. First are the families with multiple generations of OU alumni. The legacy of sending your children and your grandchildren to OU is a critical part of the success of this great institution. Through your family, you have helped us continue the great Sooner tradition. Thank you for your commitment to OU and for your continued involvement with Price College. Second, I'd like to recognize our students who are the first in their families to graduate with a college degree. You are the start of a new legacy within your family, and we hope this is only the beginning of a long line of Sooners to come. Congratulations to you first year or first family students for succeeding here at Price College and OU. And finally, I'd like to recognize our international students who are graduating with us today. I can only imagine how difficult your choice was to come to Oklahoma to pursue your degree, far from your family, far from your friends and from your culture. It was made even tougher by a global pandemic that most likely prevented you from being with your family members and your friends. I want to take a moment to honor you and your efforts and let you know that we appreciate everything that you bring to Price College and the University of Oklahoma. Almost to the good part. Bear with me for just another minute. Class of 2023, I am extremely grateful to call myself your dean, to be part of your journey that has come with unforeseen challenges, and to watch you grow into the future-proven leaders sitting before us today. On behalf of the faculty and the staff of the Michael F. Price College of Business, please know how proud we are of you. No matter where you go, know that I and everyone that is sitting on this stage and in this arena will always be cheering you on. Congratulations. Joe Doolin, down here to my left, an instructor in the John T. Steed School of Accounting, will now read the names of our graduation candidates. We ask that family members and guests please remain seated until the completion of the ceremony. A professional photographer will take each graduate's pictures as they cross in front of the stage. Graduates, after you cross in front of the stage, it's important you return to your seat as we will process out together at the end of the ceremony. Your diploma covers will be available at the exit doors and will be distributed by your faculty and staff that are here in attendance. It is now my great honor to present the University of Oklahoma Michael F. Price College of Business class of 2023.
There we go. All right, let's get the fun stuff started. Master students, they're identified by wearing black hoods, combined crimson and cream of the university colors, with bronze trim to signify their advanced business degree. Master's tassels are black. William Roten, Nathan Clements, Wesley Ryan Carter, Stephanie Ellen Storkman, Hope Stahl, Hadi Abdul Hadi, Dibajoti Tribarti, Alex Byholer, Stephen Bennett, Vijay Srini Bhattacharya, Neil Tarrant, Jeffrey Groder, Jory Snyder, Brendan Andrew Kenizer, Alexander Groen, Sonny Comfort, Christine Griffin, Serena Stevens, Wilkerson II, Albert Horry, Paul Tate Jr., Kira Cudworth, Kaylee Waddell, Sarah Hayes, Chase McLaughlin, Lee Risden, Josh Duckett, Andrew Asbury, Alan Varghese. Veronica Carrasco Hernandez. Bennett Lawrence. Austin Newhauser. Blake Lindley. Derby Whitefield. Haiti Angst. Natalie Corey. John Kaiser. Martin Gonzalez Jr. Benjamin Trong. Nicole Goral. Sana Yari Hachitalu. Jordan Burdett. Taryn Stouter. Aaliyah Ellison. Abigail Leanne Justin. Stacy Harris. Cameron Carr. Cody Barber. Richard Church. Zachary Butler. Andrew William Sanders. Greg Thompson. Emily Black. Christo Smilesk. Mason Abigail Kaiser. Olivia Ainsley Owen. Hadley Savannah Dawn Bunten. Cassidy Jones. Miriam Drissy. Sarah Steringer. Courtney Whitty. Addison Stork. Jamie Dubree. Sadie Hostler. Ladia Gilbert Cortest. Megan Kessler. Parker Ballin. Cooper Slay. Brendan Fitzhugh. Elizabeth Vandenbroek. Taylor Smale. Jenna Finken. Alexander Villegas. Jacob Romer. Jack D. Lester. Jacob D. Weaver. Morgan Mills. Haley McCauley. Brooke Edelman. William Taylor. Samuel Houston Hollingsworth. Angie Sidow. Candice Pedraza. Michaela Matoyer. Anna Petsampu. Alexander Dugan. Michael Villasencio. Kyrell Brucano. Justin Berman. Andrew Kilgore. Trey Butler. Matthew Ivester. We are now introducing you our baccalaureate candidates. They are designated with a golden tassel, as demonstrated here, on their hat. Cassidy Whitaker. Carmen Carley. Edgar Garcia Donato. T. Du. Brody Hilbert. William Payne Murphy. Tim Bays. Chad Ransom. John Hasterman. Kristen Liu. Justin Taylor Bell. Jesse Smith. Roger Vislowski. Justin Amador. Michael Porter. Franklin Alexander Jones. Trey Gonzalez. Maximilian Kinchelo. John Henry Lee IV. Ernesto Mata. Tenley Colclazier. Chloe Daughter. Dawson Deller. Hannah Griffin. Rachel Lavia. Haley Sharp. Nicole Milanowitz. Jake Wilson. Caleb Ellsworth. Noah Norris. Jessica Wynn. Alicia Trung. Stacy Stephanatis. Mark Munlick. Frank Sanchez. David Amorfi. Aaron Gore. Derek Whitlock. Vincent Noel. Connor Graham. Udith Manuel. Daniel Igerson. Lane Nelson. V. Lee. Kayla Pham. Jocelyn DeBerry. David Wamstead. Christopher Wynn. Marshall Cock. Hannah Farraman. Andrew Carbajal. Gabrielle Desiree Jones. Phoebe Shula. Alexandra Graves. Nicholas Tobias. Jacob Whipke. Connor Norman. Jay Stone. Micah Ott. Luke Roden. Carson Evans. Blake Hayes. Trevor Fuchs. William Clitheroe. Jared Louderback. Nathan Gallardo. Dalton Welsh. Craig Manning. Garrett Johnson. J.C. Freeman. Sasha Coffin. Colby Hopkins. Edward Cohn. Martin Nikolov. Michael Andrew Mason. Ashley Isabel Meza. Wesley Fortino. Samuel Livingston. Samuel Sibley. Caleb Utah Moss. Trevor Schaefer. Colby Walk. Wesley Sheets. Tyler Wallace. Hunter Frost. Cole Smallwood. Tiffany Boy. Seth Bishop. Colby Brabant. Jordan Landry. Aaron Hamill. Blake Johnson. Brendan Zamora. Max Sean Booth. Luke Hammock. Sean McNally. Joseph Shore. Eric Hernandez. Austin Daniel Lee Remington. Gabriel Outland. Tyler Maxwell Rogers. Zacharias Henderson. Zachary Knight. Camden Boone Todd. Brody Kelso. Joseph Charles Gedman. Zachary Hamilton. Julia Shala. Hannah Jones. Taryn Lee. Trevor Tangney. Hey, Luke. Luke Lederberg. Benjamin Gabriel Palmer. Ryan Andrew Curtis. Lucas Lagas Martins. Janine Salus. Abigail Oriana. Corey Phillips. Ryder Gehring. Curtis Edmonds. Alicia Gonzalez. Gabrielle Hoffman. J.T. Litzenberg Jr. Ryan Saldana. Madeline Kirtley. Robert Lee Hannock III. Ramsey Kime. Catherine Tinney. Carson Chambers. Andrew Bell. Hill Rukobo. Kaylee Warmoth. Connor Bates. Kendall Breitzenstein. Cole Creekmore. Natasha Illich. Carla Laguna. Lindsay Franks. Kennedy Meacham. Matthew Young. Evan Rothwell. Catherine Michelle Weaver. Kyle Richard Renton. Caden Brenton. Jonathan Seuss. Addison Moody. Abram Trevino. Dalton Shoemaker. Caleb Spann. Graziella Pensavini. Jessica Halderman. Matthew Hare. Iggy Tran. Robert Ward. Zachary Canton. Javette Alberto Alfredo Sandy. Blake Bogle. Morgan Anderson. Macy Johnson. Kelly Cooper. Jacob Dayton. Sarah Ann O'Hagan. Santiago Monroy. Rachel Terrasis. Amelia McKenna Tobin. Mallory Morrow. Megan Doe. Clayton Isham. Gabrielle Gallhofer. Tyler Greer. Jana Whitfield. Caden Davison. Kennedy Smith. Nicholas Bernal. Jason Kyle Martinez. Christian Fierro. Logan Morrow. Kiana Cyrus. Jackie Beninati. V. Patel. Amanda Curtis. Drew Gladney. Ashlyn Darter. Lindsay Albrecht. Ella Daracel. Claire Jurgens. Cameron Bickford. William Fry. Ben Fugger. Cash C. Robinson. Hunter Williams. Travis Wagner. Robert Benison. Will Villegas. Aaron Salazar Latham. Sam Kirby. Jake Peters. Benjamin Corice. Ryan Middleton. Colson Ganaway. Jay Gonzalez. Natalie Gorman. Peyton Kabovic. Anna Lazenby. Marcos Riza. Lexi Isham. Bailey Bennett. Joshua Frederick. Andrew Lutz. Mason Huddleston. Todd Henderson. Ashley Armstrong. Taylor Kaufman. Carly Mazer. Corbin Morris. Rafael Ramos Jr. Joey Morris. Matthew Mussett. Dylan Best. Kelton Dominic. Chase Greeno. Yes. Andrew Trong. Our final two graduates have special presenters. Our first one is Eli Thomas. Presenting his degree is his father, Professor Wayne Thomas, Associate Dean in the Price College of Business. Eli. The second student is Drew Schmidt. Presenting his is his dad, Professor of Marketing, Jeff Schmidt. Drew Schmidt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed and end the ceremony, why don't we give a giant round of applause for the verbal stamina of Mr. Joe Doolin. We tried something new today with the diploma cover, so I kept it in my hand, but I swear half a dozen of you wanted to take that thing and run with it, so I had to say no, I'm staying with me. As we conclude this morning's ceremony, let's do so with what I believe to be the greatest OU tradition. Please stand and join us in singing the OU chant led by Price College graduate Maximilian Kinchelow.
Hello, please put your ones up and join me as we sing OU chant. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A. Our chant rolls on and on. Thousand strong join heart and song in alma mater's praise. Of campus beautiful by day and night, of colors proudly gleaming red and white, 'neath the western sky, OU's chant will never die. Live on, University. Boomer!
Thank you, Max. Congratulations to all of you. It's now time, graduates, to move your tassels from the right to the left. Thank you all for joining us this morning for this very special event. This concludes our convocation ceremony. Once our platform party departs, please exit and meet your graduate outside Lloyd Noble Center as our events team gets ready to prepare the venue for tonight's men's basketball game. We can't thank them enough for their work. Now, if you would please stand as our platform party departs. Congratulations again, class of 2023. One more time, Boomer! All right.